7 yards to go on second down. They come out here in the I. To throw on second down is Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ronnie Hillman, nothing but green grass ahead of him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ronnie Hillman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is, can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
On first down, Smith. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Arrowhead after this. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On second down, Jamal Charles. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith going underneath for Charles. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Smith now on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Smith on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jimmy Graham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Where? And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action, it's Taylor. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Smith. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now Dan Carpenter. His career long is 60 yards, so he's got a big leg. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Spencer Ware, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll come out in the pistol. second down. Here's Smith. And this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Smith throwing again. It's caught outright by Graham. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put it.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Alex Smith with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They run again with Ware, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On first down, it's Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Room here to run. And touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles. But you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And that is incomplete here. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Let's go. Flex round.
Now Taylor. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Left side here, caught by Clay. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
We're back now in KC as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. A dump off for Charles. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a carry for Blount. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They snap it to Smith. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And at this stage, Time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll roll him out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the interception, here's Taylor. He's going to go up top again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Watch 85, ball, go 85, watch 85.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They come out here in the eye. They'll run again with Blow. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. Again, here's Blunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.